Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing okay out there. Today we'll be looking at some deserts actually, one in particular that you don't really hear too much about actually. For instance, just go to America for instance, we have the Mojave Desert, the Sonora Desert, got the Scablands of America here, the canyons, Utah, Arizona, Salt Lake City up here. So there's quite a few sort of deserts in US of A. Of course in Mexico. And of course we have down here the Atacama Desert, the driest place on earth. But technically it isn't the driest place on earth. Or, I mean basically this is the biggest desert on the planet. Technically it hasn't rained here for God knows how many years. So yes, Antarctica is a desert technically. I know it sounds strange, but basically that's it. Kalahari Desert, Namibia and Botswana, Angola, and obviously we have the Sahara Desert, which is, huge. Saudi Peninsula, Yemen, Oman, Saudi Arabia, Syria, Jordan, and obviously we've got Somalia here, and Ethiopia, Eritrea. All got deserts inside the countries, quite dry and arid in parts of Turkey, Iran, and of course we have the Thar Desert here, Pakistan, India. Going south, we do have another huge desert here, the Australian Outback. Well, it's not really an outback really, just a desert, but it's quite vast. And further north we have the Gobi Desert here, obviously Mongolia and China. So those are the ones that we all know pretty much quite well. I've seen plenty of documentaries on, Attenborough, just other docu-journeys, travel shows and things like that, and even sort of Turkmenistan and Uzbekistan here. That all sea is getting smaller and smaller, isn't it? But we don't know too much about this. I certainly don't know too much about this this desert here. It's very strange. I grew up with, relatively, there's either the atlases of the day, or decades old from the 19 sort of 50s and 60s, some of them, I guess. And sure, we had Himalayas, Tibet here. They didn't really kind of show this desert here or label this desert. It's in the province of Xinjiang, and as classic deserts go with sand dunes, I mean it's pretty typical really. As you can see, obviously it's not going to be as the sand dunes aren't as big as the ones in Namibia. I mean these are just enormous, well, the largest in the world basically, right next to the coast. But however, saying that, it does have large sand dunes, but it's just a desert you never hear about. I mean, of course it's in China, okay, so, but there's some not strange features, but some interesting features like here, I mean, we got this river sort of gorging its way through the desert. I mean, it's just barren land, pretty much, scarring the earth, this river here, over thousands of years, coming from, I presume, from the Himalayas. But this here is all agriculture, it's all farming land. That's probably been there the last 30, 40 years, developed. People live here, you know, just on the edge of this desert. I mean, I wonder what they grow here. All sorts, I should imagine. But it just sprawls into the desert, and I should imagine it'll just keep on going over the years. It's so big though. These beautiful colours here. Orangey reds and greens. Try to do 3D. There you go. It looks like some sort of fault line, doesn't it? Almost. Look how big it is. It's huge. There's probably roads crisscrossing the land, the desert as well. So here you go. What that is there. I mean, basically, you wouldn't want to. There's some lorries here. You wouldn't want to break down here, would you? That's for sure. Without a mobile phone. What these tracks are here. So yeah, just basically just scouring this desert for trying to find interesting features. But yeah, so you can see, you know, the general trend is it's going to be Chinese are going to be sort of going more into this desert over time, and irrigating parts of it. People crisscrossing tracks. There's another road. There's blue hues there. I wonder if that's ice. It's got to get cold in the evenings. Definitely be cold in the evenings. But here, look, there's probably some buildings around here, probably. Yeah, here you go. No. Small villages. Definitely sign of humans here. Some patinations that aren't really made by nature. Small houses here. I mean, imagine living here. I mean, it's pretty desolate. But yeah, you've got sort of branches of the river going into the desert. Looks like a lake to me. If it's a salt lake. Fascinating. And this must be ice. These white specks. And toward the north, you've also got these towns and villages. I mean, this here just like, you know, where's it going to stop? Reminds me of a delta, the Nile Delta. That's one thing about the Nile Delta as well. Going back to the atlases, I used to read when I was a kid. I just thought this was like a huge estuary, you know. Well, just a delta, a huge delta. And nobody lived here, you know, it's just sort of boggy and stuff. Obviously you've got Cairo down here. But no. You've got massive sprawling cities and towns all over the place. And these are quite old towns as well, so it's quite amazing. I mean, okay, I digress on, you know, it looks really nothing like it was. But you see the shape of it, but you've got a river running through here, but this is all just reclaimed land from the desert, irrigated. You've got some lovely colours here on these ridges. But here again, it's all cropland. All sorts have been grown here, feeding the Chinese population. What this is, very bright blue. Strange. Shame we haven't got a street view, really. Oh, it is in China, though. Again, another big desert, part of the desert there. Encircled by more agricultural land. Amazing. So you don't hear of this desert so much. Really, I mean, it also it's in China, so I mean, it's not a lot of people get in this place probably. Some cows. But there's another road here. It ends here. No, it doesn't end here. It carries on. Tiny road. Another building or something here. Not sure. They'd probably look for oil. Look, there's another. What earth is this? Quite an oil refinery place. Probably mining for oil here. Slap bang in the middle of this desert. Fascinating. What this could be. Water here. These blue coloured buildings. I wonder if they get some sandstorms here. They obviously do. That'd be very nice. Some sort of track here. It's not really a road. Someone's just gone across the desert in their 4x4. And what about the fauna and flora? Flora and fauna. And what lives here? You get some species living here, surely. It looks pretty excuse me. Not very hospitable. So inhospitable. So yeah, I mean, it's just compared to the other deserts, it's just somewhere you just don't see on TV too much. You don't see too many documentaries on this desert, probably because of access. It's pretty remote. I mean, these parts here, around these mountain ranges here, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan, it's all pretty remote, especially these sort of mountains around here. I do know that. But this desert, it just baffles me. I mean, it's thousands of miles long, you know. 200, 400, 600, so it's about 1,000 over, you can take that, maybe 1,500 miles, or maybe 1,000 miles in width. Potentially. You know, you've got the Thar Desert here, and I've seen plenty of documentaries on the Thar Desert and different species of snake and lions. You know, they roam around here as well. Asiatic lions. Of course, we've got the Gobi Desert here. Which, you know, is pretty rocky as well, parts. Actually, I used to work with 3 Mongolians in London in a restaurant, funny enough. Oh, strange. So we know, yeah, I mean, obviously Sahara, Saudi Arabia. But I haven't even got a name for this. Just noticed in the province of Xinjiang. Obviously got Tibet here. Lhasa's going to be around here somewhere, presumably. Not quite sure where it is. Can't quite remember where it is actually. I haven't labelled, taken off the labels of the Google Earth at the moment, but I do prefer it that way sometimes. So yeah, Sahara, Atacama Desert, Sonoran, Mojave Desert, Baja California. Sure, you know those deserts, but I mean this one here, I'm just not very familiar with it really. And of course, you know, I'm going to be researching it a little bit more, see what information I can get on it. I mean, look at these tracks. It's not a road really, is it? So, does anybody know this desert? Have you been there? Very much not. More croppage. And that's what's basically happened. I mean, these glaciers, the ice is going to be melting. The river's going to be bigger, wider, and yeah, they'll just have more water to irrigate the land and farm on it, grow carrots and turnips and whatever they want, basically. Watercress. Look at this building here. Okay, this is an extremely large building. That is ridiculous. Is it a building? What it is? Maybe it's not a building, it's not a building. It's just land. Is it water? What the hell is that? Strange. That is a strange thing going on there. It's massive. It's like basically about 15 kilometers wide. Long. Including that, probably 20. 20 kilometers. What on earth is it? Probably never find out, but that's the sort of thing I like, you know, on Google Earth. Just find these mad, crazy places no one seems to know about. What goes on there? It is clearly water. I mean, they've obviously got serious plans here to irrigate all this land here. Possibly this is a waterway. Yeah, that's not a road, that's a waterway. Where's the end? It ends here. Unbelievable. So yeah, you pretty much can see what's going to happen here. All this land here is just going to be reclaimed from the desert. Yeah, I thought it was interesting anyway, just to point out this desert. Absolutely awesome to go there. Think about it, it goes on for miles this way, it's not really. Interesting. What earth is that? It's like water as well. Yeah, so this region here, really arid, very dry. It gets drier here. So what do you guys think? Did you know about this desert? Have you looked here on Google Earth? Beautiful sand dunes. Go on and on, just looking at tracks and traces of signs of human. That's the track here, pretty sure. Lots of things, lots of tracks just faintly crisscrossing the desert. Yeah, there you go, guys. That's this desert anyway. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Do you guys like this sort of video? It's just chilled out video, really. Hopefully, some people can just get relaxed and soothed by it, and just listen to me talk absolute nonsense. But hopefully, it's not really nonsense. It's just discovering different types of features and parts of the world, basically. Essentially, that's what I enjoy doing. It chills me out before I go to sleep. I probably appreciate watching other people doing this as well. So, I mean, basically that's why I'm doing these videos, so other people can hopefully enjoy them as well. Listening to me just talk, rabble on for ages about the colour of the terrain. It's like a really rusty colour here. Rivers just meandering through the desert, through the landscape. You can tell which way the river's going, that's for sure. Well, there was once a river here, probably. And here we go, some more signs of life. So yeah, I mean, if you like these sort of videos, give it a thumbs up. It'd be brilliant. I'd be well chuffed with that. It's kind of weird because that shape here looks like North America, doesn't it? But Alaska here, Canada, USA. That could be Florida. This is Mexico. That could be Greenland. Yeah, it's missing South America, really. Does anybody else do this? Just randomly pick places to go and explore. If you do, you're in good company. There's water here as well. Looks like it. Shallow. And it's just thousands of miles long. All this here. Farmland. Once was desert. So basically any green you can see here on the periphery of the desert. Just farmland. So yeah, there you go guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a like, it'd be brilliant. I'll have other videos coming out like this for sure. And subscribe if you want to see those videos. That'd be awesome. So have you come along on a voyage of discovery on Google Earth. Look at random deserts and other strange anomalies. Okay. Have a good one guys, and I shall see you soon. Bye bye.